Several months before I was hired, as you know, you commissioned Goodwin Mills and Kaywood to do a 20-year study, capital study, and this comprehensive study is complete, and it focuses on two major areas, which I have presented before, on demographics, looking at enrollment projections over the next 20 years, and then also looking at what point each school and each school configuration reaches capacity. The other part of the study focused on facilities, and they did a comprehensive facilities assessment of each school, and there was a group of architects and engineers that did an evaluation of our current facilities so that we could make more informed decisions about how we wanted to move forward. First of all, having the capacity at Enterprise High School will allowed us to move the 9th grade, to make plans to move the 9th grade forward in improving our conditions for our junior high school students, and we have illustrated that in the past and had a presentation on that. Then the next thing we did is we developed and met with the steering committee, basically who made recommendations for improvements in each of the facilities and helped us set our priorities for the facilities improvements and the other things that we wanted to do in terms of capital outlay. Ultimately, though, every decision was made based on what do we really want for our students and what's best for our students. So one of the issues that was addressed by our committee and our staff was looking at the current configurations of our junior high schools. So if you look at the screen, you will see that these are the enrollment projections, that if we leave things the same for next year, these are our enrollment projections. So at Enterprise Junior High School, you have approximately 230, 240 students. At Dauphin, you're going to have approximately 280 to 300 students. And then at Coppinville, you'll have approximately 550 students. If you notice, we're well below capacity at Old Junior and well below capacity at Dauphin. So due to the low enrollment projections at Dauphin and at Old Junior, the projected cost of the facilities renovations and input from the steering committee, we determined that really the most fiscally sound option is to decommission Old Junior and combine the 8th graders at Dauphin, for them to go to Dauphin. If the board approves this recommendation, I will also seek approval to assign next year's 8th graders, which is going to be approximately 530 students, to attend Dauphin Junior High. So the Coppinville students will move as a group to Dauphinville Junior. This will be about 110 students less than they have at Dauphin now. So it will actually free up some space at Dauphin. And we still will have about the same number of students at Coppinville. Additionally, in this, there will be no zoning required. Obviously, there's going to be some bus routes, transportation changes, and some savings because we'll be going to one junior high instead of two. But this would also allow us the necessary time to kind of weigh out our options for Old Junior and decide how we want to move forward with Old Junior in the future. Just because we're decommissioning it doesn't mean it's abandoned. So we are going to, at this point now, we're ready to kind of look at our options. If the board approves this, then we'll look at our options in terms of what do we want to do with that facility moving forward. We are Enterprise. We understand that to continue to be competitive in a global environment, we have to offer the very best for our students. To do this, we must be dynamic and willing to change. As we set ourselves up to be competitive locally for things like BRAC and also globally for the work environment. I see us leading the charge in the state, not following some other school districts, what they're doing, but setting our own course, charting what's right for Enterprise. That's why we must continue to seek ways to stay ahead of the curve to ensure our students are educated in the best possible environment while we remain fiscally responsible to our taxpayers.